Hi, I'm Jerry James Stone, and I'm super excited about today's video because I'm going to show you how to make the Unicorn Frappuccino from Starbucks. But unlike just, the flavor part of it, this actual recipe changes color. So if you've noticed, if you've had the Unicorn Frap from Starbucks, like over time, it goes from sweet to sour, and it goes from purple to pink. Mine actually changes color just like that one. And if you haven't had the Unicorn Frap and you wonder what it tastes like, well, it sort of tastes like this guy. Yeah, anyway, so let's get to making it. It's really cool because it uses science, okay? Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna make is our sour blue swirl. So we're gonna begin with, we have some cream that I've warmed up, or some half and half, and I'm gonna add in some white chocolate. And just melt this into the cream. That's looking pretty good there. I'm just doing this over a low heat, add in some citric acid, and now we're gonna dye it blue. About 15 drops of blue dye there. I'm just trying to mimic the exact one from Starbucks. This is about the consistency that you want, because when it cools down, it won't be as runny. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Okay, so now we're gonna make our dye for the topping. This is just so we have everything ready from once the Frappuccino is made. So it's just some regular sugar with some colored dye here. You just mix it all together until it turns pink. Now we're gonna make our blue sugar. Just doing the same darn thing. Okay, so now we're gonna make the Unicorn Frap part. We're gonna add in some sugar. People complain about this drink having too much sugar, and I just have to say, if you're ordering one of these, it's not like you're after a kale salad, so just don't order one if you don't like the sugar. Add in some vanilla extract. We're gonna add in our magical dye. We'll get to that in a little bit. That's what makes it actually change color. And then our mango syrup. If you had one of these, you will know that they are mango flavored. And now we're adding in some vanilla ice cream and some milk. And I'm just going to blend this together. I almost forgot one of the most important parts. Ice. Okay, let's do that again. Look at that color. Okay, now we're ready to make our Frappuccino. So this is how you build out your Unicorn Frap. I got my glass swirled with the sour white chocolate. Now I'm filling it up with the dyed Frappuccino. Like I said, this thing changes color, and I'm gonna get to that, I promise. Top it off with some whipped cream. And then add in the colored sprinkles for a nice rainbow effect. Got some blue, got some pink. There you go. There's a Unicorn Frappuccino. Okay, so how does this work? I know, I've kept you waiting, I'm sorry, but I really wanted to get into the science of it and have it all in one spot just so you know what's going on. So when I made that Frappuccino, you saw I added in like the vanilla ice cream, the milk, all this stuff, I added in the dye, and the thing immediately turned purple. Well, I dyed it with a red cabbage extract. The reason I did that is because, and this was the thing that got me really excited about making this drink, is red cabbage naturally responds to pH changes. When you change the pH, it goes from like purple to like this hot pink, and it's just all natural. So I dyed the Frappuccino with the red cabbage extract, which I use this extract. I'm not gonna show it on here because it's actually not a food grade extract in the sense that it's made with food grade ingredients, red cabbage, sugar, citric acid. It's completely non-toxic. I checked with the company when I ordered it, but it's not certified food grade as the end product. So, but anyway, so I dyed the Frappuccino with the red cabbage extract, and then that blue swirl is sour, right? I made that with citric acid, so it's this white chocolate and citric acid that's swirled around the cup. And what ends up happening is you add the swirl, you add in the red cabbage dyed Frappuccino thing, and it's purple, and the swirl is blue. As those two ingredients interact, the pH of the drink actually drops, and as a result, that red cabbage dyed Frappuccino goes from purple to pink over time. It also changes the flavor, taking it from a sweet Frappuccino to a sour one. And that's how it works. So just so you can kind of see what that looks like over time, here's that Frappuccino changing as it sort of, the chocolate melts and it mixes in with the Frappuccino. You see it kind of goes from like purple and swirls around to pink and gets all these different layers and different colors. And just as another thing to show you, here's what it looks like when you're actually just using the red cabbage extract. So here I have 2 glasses filled with water, and I just added the extract to it. I'm gonna add in a little bit of citric acid, and you can see how it goes from that dark purple instantly to this bright hot pink. So that's how it's done. We're just using nature and science. How cool is that? So that's how you make it. That's how you make the Unicorn Frappuccino. This one's awesome. Changes color and everything. Super duper science, amazingness. Check it out. Hit me up on Twitter if you have any questions at Jerry James Stone. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.